Broadcasting live from the Riddix v. OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network. We're getting ready for Game 2 of our playoff opening night doubleheader. It's the 4-5 game in the Predators Cup. It's JPII-MLK, the 5 seed, taking on the 4 seed Summit. These two teams met literally 1 week ago today in this very rink at this very time. And JP2 were the away team, like they are tonight, and Summit were the home team, like they are tonight. I've covered GNASH for, it's going to be 16 years this Sunday. It's either Sunday or next Tuesday, the 11th. And I don't think I've ever seen an occurrence in the schedule like that, where two teams played each other on the same day of the week in back-to-back weeks at the same time in the same location with the away and home teams being the same. It's just nuts. That is just completely nuts. So the 1-8 game of the Preds Cup is in the books. And I know we're coming on 3 minutes earlier than scheduled, but that's because the Zamboni has already done its cut, and JP2 are out here waiting for warm-ups to start. We don't have our officials yet. Summit Pager now starting to come out of the locker room. Ensworth, Nolensville, Lipscomb beat the Outlaws 6-3. So the winner of this game will play Ensworth next Monday night at 6:15 in the Winners Bracket Semifinal here on Rink A, while the loser of this game will play the Outlaws this Wednesday in Antioch, and that'll be our featured game. 8:10 pregame for an 8:15 face-off. All right, let's talk about the two teams playing the second game in our doubleheader. First up, JP2-MLK, coached by Justin Clark. They finished the regular season 10 wins, 5 losses, no ties. As we look over their last five games of the regular season, beat Centennial 3-0 on December 9th. The Outlaws 6-3 on December 11th. Lost 6-4 to Station Camp on January 13th. Beat Hendersonville 5-4 in the Rock Castle Cup game on January 15th. And then last Monday night lost 9-4 to Summit. So here are the final stats for JP2. Final regular season stats. Clayton Roach, the leading scorer, 29 points from 19 goals and 10 assists. Saxon Clements, 16 points from 4 goals and 12 assists. Joe Hiller, 13 points from 9 goals and 4 assists. Oscar Ford, 12 points from 5 goals and 7 assists. Coleman Glidewell, 11 points from 7 goals and 4 assists. David Bavis, 11 points from 5 goals and 6 assists. Reese Davidson, 11 points from 2 goals and 9 assists. Ian Sullivan, 10 points from a goal and 9 assists. Nick Pellegrino, 9 points from a goal and 8 assists. Hugo Ford, 9 points all from assists. Cade Siemendorf, 9 points from 5 goals and 4 assists. Nick Hollis, 5 points from a goal and 4 assists. Ben Parrish, 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Brendan Cox, 2 points from assists. Winston Walker, a point from a goal. And Will Emerson and Dylan Anderson each at a point from an assist. On to goal, he played Jacob Benoit, played 9 games, 8 of those were starts. His record 5-3-0. He played 333 minutes, goals against average of 2.70. 2 shutouts. He allowed 20 goals on 169 shots, turned away the other 149. His save percentage in the regular season was .882. Matthew Simmons played 8 games, 7 of those were starts. His final record 5-2-0. He played 296 minutes, goals against average of 4.41. No shutouts. He allowed 29 goals on 138 shots, turned away the other 109. His save percentage in the regular season was .790. On to Summit Page, coached by Greg Sowers. Their final record in the regular season: 10 wins, 4 losses, and a tie. That tie, of course, to Ravenwood. As we look over the results of their last 5 games, dating back to December 9th when they lost 2-0 to Ensworth. Then they went on a 3-game winning streak, 6-1 over Franklin on January 16th, 9-4 over JP2 last Monday, 7-1 over Father Ryan last Wednesday. But then they closed the regular season by losing 5-2 to MBA last Thursday in the very last game of the entire GNASH regular season. Hunter Haley was the leading scorer. He had 27 points from 13 goals and 14 assists. Jacob Rodriguez, 25 points from 7 goals and 8 assists. Madden Chandler, 21 points from 11 goals and 10 assists. Braden Owen, 15 points from 10 goals and 5 assists. Aiden Garner, 13 points from 2 goals and 11 assists. Hudson Halters, 12 points from 7 goals and 5 assists. Aiden Meyer with 11 points from 6 goals and 5 assists. Connolly Meeks and Zach Ellis each had 8 points from 3 goals and 5 assists. Elijah Selby, 7 points from 2 goals and 5 assists. Zach Peterson, 7 points from 3 goals and 4 assists. Liam Garner, 6 points from 4 goals and 2 assists. Landon Ellis, 5 points from 4 goals and an assist. Ryan Ellis, 5 points from 2 goals and 3 assists. Jonah Ferguson, 5 points all from assists. Reeve Gable, 5 points from 3 goals and 2 assists. Sean Scott, 3 points all from assists. Aiden Mills, 2 points from a goal and an assist. Sebastian Knoll, a point from a goal. And Colin Breedlove had a point from an assist. All Summit skaters had a point in the regular season. On to goalie play. Brady Tessier played in 10 games. All of those were starts. His final record, 6-3-1. He played 398 minutes, goals against average of 2.45. No shutouts. He allowed 22 goals on 154 shots. Turned away the other 132. His save percentage in the regular season was .857. He had a point from an assist. Seth Wagner played in 6 games. 5 of those were starts. His final record, 4-1-0. He played 221 minutes, goals against average of 2.65. No shutouts. He allowed 13 goals and 82 shots, turned away the other 69. His save percentage in the regular season was .841. Over on Rink B, we got the 2-7 game in the Henry Hine Cup going on. It is 2-0. Rampage, the 2 seed over 7-seeded Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill. Eddie Mays and Dylan Welch with the goals for the defending Hine Cup champs. As they look to get their Hine Cup defense off to a winning start, they should. I really can't see Mount Juliet winning that game. Again, these two teams met last Monday night in the regular season, and Summit won 9-4. Ready to go with this one. Brady Tessier going to start in goal for Summit. Jacob Benoit going to start in goal for JP2 for this first period. Summit will carry the puck from my left to right. JP2 from my right to left. And the game is underway. Summit win the draw to start this one. Zach Ellis trying to pass it ahead, knocked down by Clayton Roach, who dumps it back, or dumps it into the Summit zone. Spartans trying to clear, held in Roach. Left circle shot, soft shot off the left leg pad, the toe of the left leg pad of Tessier. Now here's Aiden Meyer bringing it into the JP2 zone, shot in the right wing, turned away by Benoit. Looked like he put the glove and blocker together and it went off of that. JP2 bring the puck back to center. Roach had it poked off his stick right as he crossed the Summit blue line. Puck coming around to the near side, held in Nick Hollis, shot blocked by Aiden Meyer. Puck goes out to center, Meyer picks it up. Some of his teammates changing. Puck brought back in by Saxon Clements, who tried to dive out and keep it alive. Was cleared out by Jonah Ferguson. And the puck back in the JP2 zone in the left wing corner. And touched up for offside. It was a delayed offside against Summit. Draw is going to be on the dot across from the JP2 bench at center in front of the bleachers. 12:47 left in the first, and that was the first whistle of this one. Summit won the draw. They've got it at center. They give it away. Brought back into the Summit zone, and falling over in the slot was Joe Hiller as the puck came his way. Hudson Halters brings it out, passes ahead. Madden Chandler, left wing side of the JP2 zone. Chandler puts it in front. Jacob Rodriguez, shot stopped by Benoit. Big save by Benoit, and a great chance for Rodriguez. Back the other way comes JP2. Puck taken away and cleared out of the Summit zone now. Here's Halters back in the JP2 end. Around the back of the net. Halters had the puck poked away. And it is brought out to center by Kate Ziemendorf, but he has it taken away. Aiden Garner trying to flip it ahead, knocked down by Hiller. Hiller brings it back into the Summit zone. Backhands it to the end boards. Here's Jonah Ferguson. Ferguson from behind his own net brings it to center. Ferguson. Now it's back in the JP2 zone, up but offside. He let it go to Hunter Haley. Tried to let it slide over to Hunter Haley, and I think he went in before the puck did, so they call him for offside. 11:34 to go in the first. Still looking for the game's first goal. Draw one by Summit. Zach Ellis dumps the puck into the JP2 zone. Summit with it out at center. Now in their own zone, Aiden Meyer. Passes it up the far side. It's deflected back into the JP2 zone from right at the red line by Hunter Haley. JP2 bring it out. Shot on goal from center by David Bobbas, and to be turned away by Brady Tessier. Puck out in front, and a one-timer from Clayton Roach blocked. Puck held in by Cade Ziemendorf. No, correction, Ian Sullivan. No, Reese Davidson. And he fired it past the net. Puck in the left wing corner. Summit still trying to get it out. Held into the blue line, held into the left point, and a shot from Hugo Ford blocked. Ellis can't clear it out. And it's jabbed away from Saxon Clements right in front of the net. Puck coming back up to the left point. Held in again by Hugo Ford. Another shot blocked by the stick of Elijah Selby. Held in by Roach, but then it's taken away and brought out to center by Eden Meyer. Puck inside the JP2 zone, brought out by Ford. Sends it back into the Summit zone. It's immediately cleared out by Jonah Ferguson. Puck back in the JP2 end on the left wing boards. Madden Chandler has it taken away. Brought back by JP2. Puck dumped back into the Summit zone. Now sent around the boards to the near side. Held in at the left point, Joe Hiller. Then cleared out by Rodriguez. Here goes Chandler. Madden Chandler. Back into the JP2 zone on the right wing side. Chandler taking a shot, misses the net to the right of Benoit. Chandler left point. Passes down the left wing. It's intercepted and cleared out by the Knights. Picked up by Garner. Garner. Aiden Garner brings it back into the JP2 zone. A shot over the net from the slot. It's behind the net. Chandler trying to put it out in front. Deflected away by Coleman Glidewell. Held in at the left point. Sent back down the left wing by Hudson Halters. Here's Chandler. Putting in front, and a one-timer from Rodriguez. Stopped by Benoit. And then the rebound try was stopped as well. Puck back in the Summit zone. Jonah Ferguson clears it out. Here's Hudson Halters. Back into the JP2 zone. Now a shot from the left circle, stopped by Benoit. And the rebound try from Chandler also stopped by Benoit. Chandler again. Passing out to the blue line. Oh, off the stick of Elijah Selby and out. Selby with it at center. Passes over to Ellis. Ahead to Ryan Ellis. Off his stick, got away from him. Now it's back in the Summit zone. Ryan Ellis passing it. Zach Ellis passing ahead to Conley. Meeks went off his stick into the JP2 zone. Knights with it. Brought out by JP2. Now it's back in the Summit zone. Elijah Selby over to Zach Ellis. Sean Scott poking it into the JP2 zone, but he loses it. Kept alive by Conley Meeks. Correction, Ryan Ellis sends it down the right wing boards from the right point. Oh, and JP2 player got tripped, maneuvering across his own zone. It was Roach. Was it Roach who was tripped? Yeah, it was Roach. And there'll be a penalty against Summit. And it'll be Ryan Ellis going off for tripping. 6:56 to go in the first. No goals on the board. JP2 getting the first power play of the game. It's now 4-0 Rampage over Mount Juliet over on Rink B. Still in the first period. Eddie Mays with a first period hat trick for Rutherford County. As JP2 having to take the puck all the way back into their own zone to try and get the power play going. It's out at center. Joe Hiller brings it back into the Summit zone, taking a shot off the right leg pad of Tessier. And Coleman Glidewell hit the top of the puck with the bottom of his stick blade. Now here's Braden Owen. Glidewell on the rebound, try doing that. Braden Owen clears the puck out of the zone. Aiden Meyer trying to exit the zone, and it poked off his stick by Clayton Roach, but it was dribbled out of the zone. Brought back in by the Knights and cleared out by Owen. Clayton Roach passes across to Saxon Clement. Slap shot from the top of the right circle, misses the net to the left of Tessier. Under a minute left in the power play for JP2. It's a backhander from Nick Pellegrino in the slot, misses the net to the left of Tessier. Joe Hiller, a shot from the right circle, misses. And the puck cleared out of the zone by Braden Owen. Down ice it goes. 30 seconds left in the power play for JP2. Joe Hiller brings it back into the Summit zone on the left wing side. He's at the end boards. It's around the back of the net. Passes out to the right circle, and it's whiffed on by Saxon Clements, who was ready to fire. It came to him, and he whiffed on it. JP2 with a puck in their own zone. Penalty time against Summit is up. They're back at even strength. Elijah Selby clears the puck out of the Summit end. It's sent right back in. Selby brings it right back out. It's back in the JP2 zone. Jacob Rodriguez in the slot. But they blow the whistle. Offside, I think. Looks like they got him for offside. 4:43 to go in the first. Still zip. Draw is going to be on the dot in front of the JP2 bench. Here comes JP2 into the Summit zone. But nice D by like 4 Spartans all gathering up on one guy to get the puck away. Here's Jacob Rodriguez back in the JP2 zone on the left wing side. Rodriguez behind the net. Knocked into the boards. And the puck cleared out by JP2. Ellis having to wait for Rodriguez to exit the zone. Zach Ellis brings it back into the right wing side. Puck knocked away from him. Puck cleared out by Summit. Or by JP2, excuse me. Madden Chandler at center has it chopped off his stick. Oh, and then a clearing attempt knocked down inside the Summit zone by Cade Ziemendorf, but Zach Ellis comes in and passes it up the near side to Aiden Meyer. Meyer, right wing side of the JP2 zone. Pass the slot, a shot, score! Hunter Haley. Haley with a shot over the glove hand of Benoit to the back of the net, and Summit have their first goal of the postseason. They go up 1-0 with 3:19 to go in the first. And a stretch pass from Braden Owen trying to get it to Aiden Meyer. Goes past him, and he was right at the red line when it went by, and they call icing. Draws to the right of Tessier. One by the Knights, and a shot from Nick Hollis off the right leg pad of Tessier. Puck out on the far side. Now it's back in the JP2 zone, and a shot from the left wing is over the net. And now a stretch pass ahead to Zach Saxon Clemens, right wing side, shot, score! Summit misplayed the puck. And Clements was in behind everybody. And he got the pass, carried into the right circle, fires it into the back of the net. And it is 1-1 with 2:33 to go in the first. So it takes JP2 just 46 seconds to respond to that goal, that Hunter Haley goal. Draw one by JP2. Here's Hugo Ford, left wing side of the Summit zone. Puts the puck in front. Oh, and it's whipped out right in front of the backhander. Stopped by Tessier. Now here's Joe Hiller. That was Oscar Ford right in front who whipped in that backhander. Then got a second chance that he forced Tessier to save. Now Joe Hiller passed the slot, a shot. Stopped by Tessier. Then the rebound try from Hiller. Stopped and covered up by Tessier. Initial shot came from Cade Ziemendorf in the high slot. Rebound try came from Hiller in the left circle. 2:03 to go in the first game, tied at 1. Draw was to the right of Tessier, won by JP2 and fired past the net by Clayton Roach. Now a pass to center and Jacob Rodriguez. Right wing side of the JP2 zone. Rodriguez stops, top of the right circle. Passes over, a shot off the glove of Benoit. Landed in the crease and had to be knocked out. It was Hudson Halters who had that shot. Now another shot from the right circle, stopped and held onto by Benoit. Draws to the left of Benoit. One by JP2. Clayton Roach tries to clear, held in at the left point by Zach Ellis and fired past the net. And shot on goal from center by Cade Ziemendorf, had to be stopped by Brady Tessier, and then he tracked down the rebound and shot it past the net to Tessier's right. Puck kept alive by the Knights. Shot from Nick Pellegrino, top of the right circle, misses the net. And it's cleared up by Rodriguez. Here's Hudson Halters. Now a shot from Madden Chandler in the left circle, just grazes off the left leg pad of Benoit as it goes by. We're inside the final minute of the first. Puck sliding back into the Summit zone. Picked up by Zach Ellis. He tries to clear it out. Held in at the left point and carried down the left wing by Cade Ziemendorf. Looks like he may have taken a slash. Referee's arm is in the air. And puck intercepted by Aiden Gardner. And yes, it is a slashing call. So it'll be Aiden Gardner going off. 36.2 seconds left in the first game, tied at 1. JP2 going back on the power play. Draw is going to be to Tessier's left. And up. Here's Hunter Haley on a breakaway in the JP2 zone. A shot. Benoit got a piece of it as it went past the net. Under 30 seconds left in the period. JP2 won that draw, passed up to the right point. Missed the man there and went out to center, and that gave Haley the opportunity. Puck back in the Summit zone. Elijah Selby immediately clears it out. JP2 with it, and time is going to run out on the first. Hunter Haley scored with just over 3 minutes left in this period. And then Saxon Clement scored just 46 seconds later. So JP2 and Summit are tied at 1 after 1 in this first round game of the Predators Cup between the 4 and 5 seeds. Jacob Benoit still in goal for JP2. Brady Tessier still in goal for Summit. As we get ready to start this second period. For this second period, JP2 will carry the puck from my left to right, Summit from my right to left. JP2 with 83 seconds of power play time, carrying over to the start of the second. And Summit win the draw and send the puck into the JP2 zone to start the period. And JP2 immediately send it up ice. It's deep in the Summit zone, went off the stick of Coleman Glidewell on its way down, so icing was waved off. Oh, and Aiden Meyer knocked down a clearing attempt trying to get it out of his own zone. He intercepts and clears it out. And we're going to have a penalty against JP2, a roughing call. Hit on the far boards. And it's Coleman Glidewell in the box, so it's going to be 4-on-4 for 61 seconds. 13:37 to go in the second. Game is tied at 1. It is now 6-1. Rampage over Mount Juliet over on Rink B in the 2-7 game in the Hein Cup. Draws to Benoit's left. Here is Clayton Roach through center. Into the JP2 zone on the left wing side. Summit zone on the left wing side. His shot blocked. Puck carried back to center by Zach Ellis. Back into the JP2 zone on the right wing side. Drops it back. Jacob Rodriguez moving to the high slot. Taking a shot. Stopped by Benoit. It's in. It leaks through Benoit and goes in. Rodriguez with a shot that maybe went in off the arm of Benoit, and Coleman Glidewell came out of the box, but it's still 4-on-4. It's still 4-on-4. It's 4-on-4 for 28 more seconds. Summit go up 2-1, just 56 seconds into the second period. 13:04 to go. JP2 sending the puck into the Summit zone. Penalty time against Summit is up, and they're on the power play for 59 seconds. Their first of the game, I think. Zach Ellis trying to stretch past the JP2 blue line. Oh, it almost got there. It went off the sticks of Ian Sullivan and Hugo Ford and almost deflected to Hunter Haley. Here's Rodriguez, shot in the left circle, stopped and covered up by Benoit. 38 seconds to go in the power play, 12:16 to go in the second, still 2-1 Summit. Drawby to Benoit's right. Draw one by JP2. Nick Pellegrino fires it off the far wall, but it's held in at the right point by Madden Chandler, and then it's cleared out by Cade Siemendorf when Chandler tried to pass it down the wall. Brought back in on the right wing side by Rodriguez. Jacob Rodriguez to the slot. Now in the left circle, turns around and sends it out towards the blue line, but Joe Hiller put a stick in there to disrupt it. It's back in the Summit zone, and it was a race between Hiller, Zach Ellis, and Chandler. And Ellis ends up winning it. Now Chandler through center. Back into the JP2 zone, taking a shot. In the slot, it's over the net. Oh, and then it comes to the left-hand side of the net off the glass, and it's covered up by Benoit. 11:36 to go in the second, still 2-1 Summit. Draw is to the left of Benoit, won by Summit, and Sean Scott with a shot. Stopped and held onto by Benoit. There's Aiden Garner with a shot in the right point that was broken up by the stick of Nick Pellegrino. Now the puck's out at center. Aiden Garner with it again. Passing it to Braden Owen. Owen with a shot from center. Stopped and covered up by Benoit. Draw is going to be to Benoit's left. It's won by JP2. Puck carried to center by Will Emerson. It's in the Summit zone. Oh, Jonah Ferguson taking a hit in the right wing corner. Back the other way come the Spartans. Rodriguez trying to pass the slot, and Hudson Halters. It was broken up. Cleared out of the zone. Now here's Saxon Clements. Back in the Summit end on the right wing side. Backhanding it to the slot. It's knocked away from Emerson. Clements with it in the right wing corner. And the Spartans come up with it and carry it to center. Here's Madden Chandler, left wing side of the JP2 zone. Passes over Hudson Halters. Puts it in front. Rodriguez, a shot. Redirect stopped by Benoit. Terrific save by Benoit on that redirect. And the Knights are going to end up icing the puck with 10:01 to go in the second and Summit up 2-1. Draw is going to be to Benoit's left. One by Summit, and a shot misses the net to the right of Benoit. Puck cleared out by the Knights. Here's Oscar Ford, right wing side of the Summit zone. Pass the slot, score! Siemendorf. One-timer in the centering pass from right in front. And the Knights are tied up again. 2-2 with 9:47 to go in the second. Chance for Summit and a centering pass from Braden Owen went off a JP2 stick into the netting above the glass. Centering pass attempt, I should say. Draws to Benoit's left. One by JP2, puck center on the boards to the near side. It's out at center. Sent into the JP2 zone for a moment. And now it's backhanded back into the Summit end by Ziemendorf. Braden Owen sending it around the wall to the far side. Puck out in front of the Summit net. Tessier tried to draw it in to cover it up. He could not. Oh, and Zach Ellis goes crashing into the boards. Kind of tripped and went in almost with the top of his head, and he was slow to get up. Now he's back in his skates. There's going to be a penalty as Nick Pellegrino was brought down at center. Aiden Meyer going to go to the box for hooking. So JP2 back on the power play with the game tied at 2:39 to go in the second. Draw to the right of Tessier. One by Summit. Aiden Gardner trying to send it up the wall, and it's cleared out. Nick Pellegrino behind his own net. And it almost had it taken away right in front of his own net by Madden Chandler. Now here's Pellegrino. Back into the Summit zone. Had the puck knocked away. Now it's in front for Clements, but he can't hang on to it. It's cleared down ice. It's on goal. Benoit will stop it and hand it off to Clayton Roach. Roach, almost fumbled it near his own net. Joe Hiller brought the puck back into the Summit zone. It was taken away and cleared out. And now Jacob Rodriguez back in the JP2 zone. Shot from the high slot, misses the net. Minute left in the power play for JP2. Puck dumped back into the JP2 zone from center. Nick Pellegrino behind his own net. Well, Pellegrino almost gave the puck away to Hudson Aldridge. It's like 3 times he's almost given the puck away inside his own zone on this power play. Joe Hiller back into the Summit zone on the left wing side. Taking a shot, misses the net to the right of Tessier. 30 seconds left in the power play for JP2 now. And the puck cleared out by Summit off the stick of Clayton Roach. Comes to Hudson Halters, who crosses the red line and dumps it back into the JP2 zone. Kate Ziemendorf back into the Summit zone, passes out to the left point, but unable to get to it and keep it in the zone was Ian Sullivan. Penalty time against Summit is up there back at even strength. Here's Clayton Roach back into the Summit zone. Puck got away from him. It comes on goal. It's knocked away by Tessier. Now here's Aiden Meyer, right wing side of the JP2 zone. Right a defender in front of Eckler, stopped by Benoit. Benoit with a big sudden breakaway save on Aiden Meyer. Now here's Saxon Clements back in the Summit zone. Lost the puck. Zach Ellis sending it around the wall to the far side, and it's cleared down ice by, I think, Meyer, and it goes for an icing. But Jacob Benoit coming up with a big breakaway save on Aiden Meyer to keep this game tied at 2 with 5:56 to go in the second. Draws to the right of Tessier, won by Summit. They have it in the JP2 zone. In front, oh, and a one-timer from the slot. Aiden Meyer misses the net. And then a shot from Braden Owen was slowed up by a JP2 stick, and then they score from the right point. It's Selby. Braden Owen and a shot from right in front that was slowed up by a JP2 stick. Could have slid into the bottom corner on the left-hand side, but then the puck came up to the right point, and Selby fires it through traffic into the top corner on the right-hand side of the net, and Summit are back in front 3-2 with 5:35 to go in the second. Clayton Roach tripped right as he crosses the Summit blue line with a puck. So JP2 are going to go on the power play for, I think, the fourth time in the game already. Puck touched up. And it's the goal scorer, Elijah Selby. Puts Summit up 3-2, but now he's made him shorthanded. So JP2 back on the power play, down 3-2 with 5:18 left in the second. Draws to the right of Tessier. Draw one by JP2 and a backhander from Coleman Glidewell. Went across the front of the net. Nick Pellegrino holds the puck in at the right point. Slapped around the wall to the far side and out. Down the ice it goes. Benoit will come out to play it. He'll leave it for Clayton Roach. Roach brings it to center. Passes it into the Summit zone. Oh, and Joe Hiller carried it to the front of the net. Here's a shot from the right-hand side. Was turned away by Tessier. Now here's Jacob Rodriguez back into the JP2 zone. Puck knocked away from him by Pellegrino. Put in front. Hudson Aldridge back in her. Oh, great glove save by Benoit. Now here's Saxon Clements. Into the Summit zone on the right wing side. Gets knocked over. 1 minute left in the power play for JP2. They got the puck in the Summit zone. Saxon Clements takes a stumble. Tried to send it to the front of the net. Jonah Ferguson intercepts and clears it out of the zone. Here's Pellegrino in his own zone with Hunter Haley all over top of him trying to get the puck away. Was unsuccessful. 30 seconds left in the power play for JP2. Clayton Roach brings it to center. Passes it over to Reese Davidson. Puck inside the Summit zone. Spartans clear it out. Pellegrino gets to it. Banks it off the near kick plate. And down the ice it goes. No icing. Cleared out by the Spartans. Penalty time against Summit is up. They're back at even strength. Cage Siemendorf brings the puck back into the Summit zone on the left wing side. And cleared out by the Spartans. It's in the JP2 zone. With it is Ian Sullivan. Tried to pass it ahead, went off a Summit stick. Caught up to by Aiden Garner inside the Summit zone, sent around the boards to the far side. And here's Madden Chandler. Back into the JP2 zone on the right wing. Backhands it down the right wing boards to Aiden Meyer. Puck carried back into the Summit zone on the right wing side by Oscar Ford. Puck put in front, or JP2 trying to put it in front from the left wing corner. Zach Ellis knocking down Oscar Ford. Puck over on the right wing side. Now it's back in the left wing corner, out on the far side. David Bavis pushed into the boards by Eden Meyer. Puck brought to center by Madden Chandler. Chandler had it knocked away, but it comes to Hunter Haley. A shot in the left circle, stopped and held on to by Benoit, but I think they're going to call offside on Summit for that. Minute 48 to go in the second. 3-2 Summit. Draw is going to be on the dot in front of the Summit bench. And here's Conley Meeks with a shot in the left circle. Stopped by Benoit with a right leg pad. Nick Pellegrino brings it back into the Summit zone on the left wing side. It's knocked away and cleared out to center. And now Ryan Ellis has it jabbed off his stick by Nick Hollis as he crosses the JP2 blue line, and it goes into the Summit bench. Here's Zach Ellis. Slap shot from the left point, gloved and held on to by Benoit. Draw is going to be to the right of Benoit once again. Won by JP2. Puck sent around the boards to the far side. Held into the right point. Somebody dropped their stick. It's Coleman Glidewell. We're inside the final minute of the second. And someone put the puck in front. Oh, but Zach Ellis fell to one knee trying to knock it down. He couldn't get the shot away. Now here's Clayton Roach to the other end. A shot turned away by Tessier. Puck out on the near side. 30 seconds left in the second. And the puck iced by Summit. Ooh, that just barely missed the net to the right of Benoit. And he was just standing there with his legs together in the bottom corner on the right-hand side of the net open. If that had suddenly, hit a little ice pellet, it could have deflected right in there. It's lucky it was sliding on its bottom. 19.7 seconds left in the second. 3-2 Summit draw to the left of Tessier. Won by the Spartans, fired around the boards, held in at the left point by Hugo Ford. And a backhander from Oscar Ford, I think, was turned away by Tessier. Puck held in at the left point. Hugo Ford shot. I think that missed the net, and that's going to be it for the second. Jacob Rodriguez scored less than a minute into the second to put Summit up 2-1. Then Kate Ziemendorf tied the game for JP2. And then a few minutes later, Elijah Selby with a goal from the right point of the JP2 zone that puts Summit up 3-2 after 2 in the Preds Cup first round game between the 4 and 5 seeds. Ready to start the third period. Brady Tessier still in goal for Summit. Jacob Benoit still in goal for JP2. For this third period, Summit will carry the puck from my left to right. JP2 from my right to left. If JP2 tie it up, when we finish the third period tied, we're off to 5-minute 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. Here comes JP2 through center. Puck poked away from Ian Sullivan right at the Summit blue line. Now here's Hudson Halters. Passing over Jacob Rodriguez, right wing side of the JP2 zone. Try to set it up for Halters. Came on goal and Benoit turned it away. Chandler out in front. Rodriguez one-timer. Turned away by Benoit. Puck passed up to the left point, Rodriguez. Now down to the half wall, Jonah Ferguson getting off a shot, stopped and covered up by Benoit. 13-18 to go in regulation, 3-2 Summit. Draw to the right of Benoit. Won by JP2, but kept in the zone by Jonah Ferguson. And the puck out at center. Here's Reese Davidson into the Summit zone. Left wing side, a shot off the right leg pad of Tessier. Aiden Garner trying to clear the puck out, having trouble. Saxon Clements keeps it alive. Here is Clayton Roach keeping it in the zone. And now it's finally cleared out up the near side by Jonah Ferguson. Now here's Hunter Haley trying to put it in front of the JP2 net. It was broken up. Zach Ellis trying to backhand it to the front of the net. And it's cleared out by JP2. It's brought back in and shot on goal by Elijah Selby off the right leg pad of Benoit. Now here's Madden Chandler bringing it back into the JP2 zone, putting it in front. They score, Aiden Meyer. Centering pass that Meyer backhands in from in front. And there's breathing space for Summit, and they're up 4-2 with 12:06 to go in regulation. Here's Hudson Halters in the JP2 zone trying to go to the front of the net. Puck was knocked away from him. Rodriguez with a shot misses the net. Puck is back in the Summit zone. Here's Zach Ellis backhanding it up the far boards. Hudson Halters trying to clear it out. Joe Hiller intercepts a clearing attempt, but can't take it to the front of the net. Here's Ellis trying to backhand it out up the far side, and Nick Pellegrino misplayed the puck, and now here's Zach Ellis back into the JP2 zone trying to go to the front of the net. Puck poked away. Now Madden Chandler, shot, score! Chandler from the slot fires it into the roof of the net, and Summit are starting to take this game over. They're up 5-2 with 10:38 to go in regulation. Draw one by Summit. And Braden Owen ends up trying to bank it off the far glass, sent it too high into the netting. Draw's going to be right at center. It's in the JP2 zone, and a shot from the left point was going to go over the net, but Benoit gloves and hangs onto it. Draws to the right of Benoit. JP2 with it. They clear it out of the zone. Sent back in by Garner. Puck into the left wing corner. Now Summit with it in the zone again, and a backhander from Meyer. Turned away by Benoit. Shot from the top of the left circle blocked. Here's Braden Owen. Passing it over to the right wing side, intercepted and brought out of the zone by Oscar Ford. Now Saxon Clements up. Shot was blocked from the bottom of the right circle by Aiden Garner. Puck cleared out by Summit, but brought back right back in by JP2. Here's Clayton Roach, a shot blocked by Ferguson. Puck into the right wing corner. Clearing attempt held in at the right point by Nick Pellegrino. Sent back down the wall. It's behind the net. Here is Ford. Ford passing out to the right point. Pellegrino holds it in, takes a shot. It's blocked. And Sean Scott brings it out to center. Try to pass it ahead to Meyer. It misses Meyer. Goes into the left wing corner. No icing as it went into the JP2 zone. Meyer with it now. Puts it in front, and it's swept away from the front of the net by Nick Hollis. Still in the JP2 zone, though. Now here's Conley Meeks behind the net. Backhands it out in front, and I think it was shot past the net by Meyer. Reese Davidson stood up at the Summit blue line. Here's Sean Scott. Sending it back into the JP2 zone. Selby. Sending it back towards the JP2 blue line. Intercepted and sent back into the Summit zone by Nick Pellegrino. Puck loose out near the blue line. Picked up by Joe Hiller. Knocked off his stick. And Ryan Ellis pokes it out. And he has it at center. Ellis, right wing side of the JP2 zone. Around the back of the net. Try to put it out in front. And Benoit broke up that pass attempt and covers. 7:36 to go in regulation. 5-2 Summit Page. It is 10-2. Rampage over Mount Juliet over on Rink B in the Hein Cup 2-7 game. Rampage won the regular season meeting between them 7-3. Puck in the JP2 zone. Zach Ellis at the blue line. Leaves it for Zach Peterson. His shot misses the net. Ellis with a one-timer from the right wing side that misses the net. Here is Peterson inside his own zone. Sending it up the far side. Now it ends up back in the Summit zone up, and Clayton Roach had the puck pinballing between his skates in the left circle. He had space for a shot. Now we're going to have a penalty, it looks like. It's going to be against JP2. Hugo Ford to the box for tripping. 6:40 to go in regulation. 5-2 Summit. They're going on the power play. I think it's their first full 2-minute power play of the game. They had a short one in the second. Draw is to the left of Benoit. Draw one by Summit. One-timer Madden Chandler in the right circle, turned away by Benoit, got over just in time. Puck passed out to the blue line. Jacob Rodriguez passing it down the left wing. Now it comes over to Chandler, passes out towards the blue line, Zach Ellis. Ellis tried to pass over to the left wing. It was deflected by a JP2 stick, the stick of Kate Ziemendorf, and went off the far board, stayed in the zone. Puck in the right wing corner. Centering pass for Ellis. It was broken up. Then he shot it wide. One minute left in the power play for Summit. And Jacob Rodriguez from the right circle with a shot that misses the net to the left of Benoit. Rodriguez again out of the blue line. Passes over to Chandler. Chandler at the blue line. Leaves it for Zach Ellis. Back to Chandler, top of the left circle. Moves inside, takes a shot, score! Chandler with a shot. Goes off the inside of the post to the left of Benoit. Into the back of the net. And Chandler with his second goal of the game. It's a power play tally, and it's 6-2 Summit with 5:07 to go in regulation. And you can pencil them in at this point for a date with Ensworth next Monday night. Rampage have beaten Mount Juliet 10-2. Puck deep in the Summit end. Saxon Clements falling over on the near side. Here's Aiden Garner bringing the puck back into the JP2 zone. Now Clayton Roach at the end boards. Trying to keep it away from Garner. Now Joe Hiller into the Summit zone in the slot. Actually in the left circle, a shot knocked down by the glove of Tessier, and he covers. 3:55 to go in regulation, still 6-2 Summit. Draw was to the right of Tessier, won by JP2, and the backhanded shot hit the outside of the right-hand side of the net. Here's Aiden Meyer. Back into the JP2 zone. Could not get around Nick Hollis. Now the puck out in front of the Summit net, and a backhander from Reese Davidson, and to be stopped by Tessier. Now Braden Owen takes the puck away from Reese Davidson out at center. Cade Siemendorf, one of the goal scorers for JP2 with it now. Passing it ahead to Nick Pellegrino, taken away and cleared out of the Summit zone by Colin Breedlove. Sent back in. Elijah Selby will track it down in the right wing corner. Passes it up the far side. And Hunter Haley backhands it back into the JP2 zone, but he was still behind the red line, so it's an icing. 2:35 to go in regulation, still 6-2. Summit. Draw was to Tessier's right, brought out to center by Liam Garner. Garner lost the puck, carrying it to the JP2 blue line. Here's Oscar Ford back into the Summit zone. He lost the puck. Liam Garner ahead to Landon Ellis. Now Madden Chandler back inside the JP2 zone, tried to jump around Reese Davidson and maybe see if he could get a breakaway for his hat trick. He could not. Puck brought back into the Summit zone on the right wing side. Zach Ellis takes it away. Ahead in open space. Madden Chandler picks it up. Right wing side of the JP2 zone. Chandler. Now Jacob Rodriguez. Now Hunter Haley, who shot it well wide to the net to the left of Benoit. Puck out at center. Taken back by Summit. Now, final minute of regulation. Saxon Clements brings it back into the Summit zone. Is it taken away? Now Hunter Haley. Left wing side of the JPG zone gets off a shot that goes off Benoit into the netting above the glass. 46.3 seconds to go. Summit leading 6-2. Hudson Halters, right wing side of the JP2 zone. 30 seconds to go. Halters puts it out in front. Oh, but unable to get to it was Haley. Here's Aiden Garner down the slot. A shot missed the net. High and wide to the right of Benoit. Puck cleared out by JP2. It's back in the Summit zone. Jonah Ferguson with it. He'll clear to center. And that'll be it. Summit have a date with Ensworth next Monday night in the Predators Cup Winners Bracket Semifinal. They win 6-2. Ran off with a game in the third period. All right, let me send out these two scores. All right, folks, I'm not, there's not dead air here. I'm just, let me see if box score kind of disappeared there. I know the goals for JP2 came from Saxon Clements and Kate Ziemendorf. Madden Chandler had 2 goals for Summit. The others came from Elijah Selby had the game winner, and Aiden Meyer. And let's just see. Chandler had 2 goals and an assist. 2 assists. So Madden Chandler with a 4.9, 2 goals and 2 assists. He'll be our player of the game as Summit win this one 6-2. So next Monday, here on Rink 8 Centennial at 6:15, Ensworth and Owensville Lipscomb versus Summit Page in the first Winners Bracket Semifinal to determine who gets this first spot in the Winners Bracket Final on Wednesday, February 19th. Let's check in on the Franklin MBA game because the box score for it is not up. It is 2-1 MBA out in Bellevue. Should be in the second period. MBA beat Franklin 4-0 in their regular season meeting 3 weeks ago tonight, January 13th. So MBA leading Franklin 2-1. And the game between the Hein Cup 1-8 game between Station Camp and the Rangers should be underway by now. And that box score is not up. So I guess those box scores won't be up until I get home. All right, so here's the schedule for this Wednesday. $7:10 here on Rink 8 Centennial. The Hein Cup 4-5 game. Brentwood taking on Centennial FRA. You know, 10 years ago, if these two were playing each other in the first round of a playoff game, either one had a bad season or they both had middling seasons. They're the 4-5 game in the Hein Cup. Crazy. 8:15 on the South Rink in Antioch, the first Predators Cup elimination game between the Outlaws and JP2. First game we've had on the South Rink in Antioch this year. 8:30 over on Rink B, the Hein Cup 3-6 game, Indy taking on Father Ryan, and at 8:40 on Rink A, Hendersonville taking on Ravenwood in the 2-7 game for the Preds Cup. And on Thursday night in Antioch, the second Preds Cup elimination game on the North Rink at 8:30. The NBA Franklin loser taking on the Hendersonville Ravenwood loser. We'll have the two Antioch games this week. We'll be on the air at 8:10 for an 8:15 face-off on Wednesday for the Outlaws and JP2. And then back in Antioch Thursday night at 8:25 for an 8:30 face-off between either NBA or Franklin, either NBA and Ravenwood, or NBA and Hendersonville, or Franklin versus Ravenwood, or Franklin versus Hendersonville. Combo those four. Some combo those four. So our on-air finals tonight as the 2025 GNASH postseason got underway. In the 1-8 game of the Preds Cup, it was 1 seed Ensworth Nowensville Lipscomb beating 8 seed Tennessee Outlaws 6-3. Game 4 seed Summit Page beating 5 seed JPII-MLK 6-2. And the other final that we have so far, the 2-7 game in the Hein Cup, Rutherford Rampage beating Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill 10-2. I'm Michael Hackney. Thank you all so much for listening. Good night, everybody from Centennial. We'll talk to you Wednesday night from Antioch for the first Preds Cup elimination game between the Outlaws and JP2.